You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law, voted Best of Las Vegas. Give them a call, 702-727-9900.
Thank you for joining us here on News 25 and Ace Country Radio and streaming at KPVM.TV and now on Roku devices on this Monday, June 23rd, 2025. Good evening, I'm Chris Palermo. Here's what's happening. A Pahrump man is facing serious charges after Nye County deputies say he violently assaulted a woman and held her captive during a domestic dispute. News 25 has the story.
A Pahrump man is now behind bars after Nye County deputies say he brutally assaulted a woman and held her against her will during a violent domestic incident. According to a report from the Nye County Sheriff's Office, deputies were called to a location on Friday afternoon here in Pahrump where they spoke with a woman who had visible injuries including a black eye and bruising around her neck. She told deputies that Noah Razor had beaten her the night before at a home where they had both been staying. The woman said that Razor had become enraged, accusing her of infidelity. She told deputies he dragged her around the house by her hair and a necklace that she was wearing, shoved her into a bathtub full of dirty water, choked her with both hands, and punched her in the eye. According to the report, she attempted to escape multiple times, but Razor had reportedly dragged her back into the house. At one point, she said she made it to the front door, opened it, and tried to run, but Razor grabbed her again and forced her back inside. At around 4 a.m., a friend of Razor's arrived at the home and reportedly found Razor trying to console the woman. That witness later told deputies that Razor admitted to hitting her. The victim was eventually able to leave the residence shortly after that. The victim also admitted to using heroin with Razor during the night of the attack. Razor was found located later that day and taken into custody. During the arrest, deputies found a double-sided shaved key, which is commonly used in burglaries, inside of his wallet. Noah Razor invoked his Miranda rights and declined to speak with law enforcement, later stating that he was detoxing and had not used heroin since the incident. The woman was taken to Desert View Hospital for a medical evaluation and treatment. Noah Razor was booked into the Nye County Detention Center and is facing multiple felony charges, including possession of burglary tools, second-degree kidnapping, first-degree child abuse, domestic battery by strangulation, coercion with use of violence, and allowing a child to be present during the commission of crimes involving a controlled substance.
More news now as tensions continue to escalate in the Middle East. Our News 25 Las Vegas correspondent Maria Centers now joins us with the latest from the president and vice president on the matter.
Iran fired missiles at Al Udeid Air Base in Qatar earlier today in an apparent counterattack regarding U.S. President Donald J. Trump's directed airstrikes on Iranian nuclear facilities that were launched over the weekend. Al Udeid Air Base serves as the largest U.S. military installation spanning the Middle East, with over 10,000 stationed servicemen and women. Here are the latest remarks as of this newscast by our president, along with statements from our vice president concerning the globe's current political turmoil in the region.
A short time ago, the U.S. military carried out massive precision strikes on the three key nuclear facilities in the Iranian regime: Fordow, Natanz, and Esfahan. Our objective was the destruction of Iran's nuclear enrichment capacity and a stop to the nuclear threat posed by the world's #1 state sponsor of terror.
Of the conflict, VP Vance stated on Meet the Press, quote, "We're not at war with Iran. We destroyed the Iranian nuclear program, and we did it without endangering the lives of American pilots. That's an incredible thing," end quote.
I can report to the world that the strikes were a spectacular military success. Iran's key nuclear enrichment facilities have been completely and totally obliterated. Iran, the bully of the Middle East, must now make peace. If they do not, future attacks will be far greater and a lot easier.
The veteran and VP added, quote, "We do not want war with Iran. We actually want peace, but we want peace in the context of them not having a nuclear weapons program. And that's exactly what the president accomplished last night," end quote.
So many were killed by their general, Qasem Soleimani. I decided a long time ago that I would not let this happen. It will not continue. I want to thank and congratulate Prime Minister Bibi Netanyahu. We worked as a team like perhaps no team has ever worked before, and we've gone a long way to erasing this horrible threat to Israel. I want to thank the Israeli military for the wonderful job they've done. And most importantly, I want to congratulate the great American patriots who flew those magnificent machines and all of the United States military on an operation the likes of which the world has not seen in many, many decades.
The vice president further remarked, quote, "Our view has been very clear that we don't want a regime change. We want to end their nuclear program, and then we want to talk to the Iranians about a long-term settlement," end quote.
I also want to congratulate the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Dan Raisin Kane, spectacular general, and all of the brilliant military minds involved in this attack. With all of that being said, this cannot continue. There will be either peace or there will be tragedy for Iran far greater than we have witnessed. But if peace does not come quickly, we will go after those other targets with precision, speed, and skill. Most of them can be taken out in a matter of minutes.
Al Udeid Air Base is home to the longest air landing strip in the Persian Gulf. Reporting from Las Vegas and bumping it over the hump back to Pahrump, I'm Maria Centers for News 25.
Thank you very much, Maria. And an important update to this story, Israel and Iran just agreed to a ceasefire starting at midnight Eastern Time. More news now. 4th of July is fast approaching and the temperatures continue to rise. It's important to practice fire safety. Here are a few tips from Fire Chief Scott Lewis.
With 4th of July fast approaching and temperatures continuing to soar, local officials are urging the community to celebrate responsibly to avoid fires and injuries. News 25 spoke with Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue Chief Scott Lewis, who shared important safety tips to ensure a safe and enjoyable Independence Day.
Well, first of all, our temperatures have risen, obviously. We've had periods where they go back to near norms, but in general terms, we're getting those higher temperatures now. We're getting the drying effects. We're not getting the precipitation. We haven't met the monsoonal season yet and the benefits from monsoonal weather. So what we're experiencing is the growth of fine fuels is now drying out, and as a result, it's becoming near gasoline type product. So the introduction of open flame or that of fireworks is creating a big problem for us. And we are experiencing fireworks-related fires, brush fires almost on a daily basis. They can quickly lead to a catastrophic event given where they are located, what the material is stored around, and how quickly those fires can spread. One of the things with this time of season, too, is usually we're driven by wind. So those wind-driven fires, as we call it on those structures, greatly diminish our abilities to control that in an early fashion. So fireworks, if you purchase fireworks at any of our shooter stores, take them to the shooter site, utilizing the permit, use them in a safe fashion. Make sure that you have people who are qualified and understand the dangers inherent with the use of fireworks, and make sure it's all 1.4 product, which means it's retail grade. Purchase at one of our local stores. Don't engage on any 1.3 that needs a commercial pyrotechnician's license. The fire, which are only at the professional shows, and they're also Board of County Commissioner approved. So we want to be very, very safe. Do not include alcohol or any type of substances when we're utilizing fireworks. Do not allow kids, do not allow a large number of people to surround it as you're igniting it. They're all inherent and prescribed dangers, and it's just the ingredients for something really bad to happen. And almost every year, someone sustains a serious or critical injury to an extremity as a result of use of fireworks, and we don't want to see that happen anymore. We're just tired of running into those same type of incidents. The structure fires, the fast-moving grounds cover fires that threaten neighborhoods. They're all the results of improper use of fireworks, and our weather is just a perfect promotion of those type of events to occur.
Here are a few key safety reminders. Use only legal fireworks and never ignite them near dry brush or a structure. Keep a hose or bucket of water nearby when using fireworks. Never leave children or pets unattended around fireworks. And always to remember to stay hydrated and be aware of signs of heat exhaustion.
Coming up, information on the Pahrump Parade. You're watching News 25.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Welcome back to News 25. I'm Chris Palermo. In just more than 2 weeks, Independence Day will be here. And with that, well, it comes our annual 4th of July parade. News 25 caught up with Linda Wright-Smith for the details.
This happens every 4th of July at the Calvada Eye. And we do a 4th of July parade around the Calvada Eye. And we're always looking for people to come out and participate in the parade. And the parade starts at 9 a.m. And this year, it has always started at 10, but this year we're starting at 9.
It's cooler then too.
It's a little cooler. Last year it was really hot. This year we're looking at about, hopefully around 104, which is a little cooler, not much, but a little cooler than last year. So if you're interested, please go online to pdop.info for our registration form to sign up for the parade. And it's $35 for up to 5 units, and anything over 5 units in the parade is $50.
Okay.
And all of what we take in for our registration helps us put on our other events.
And could we ask you what some of those other events are? If you look at the flyer again on the center top, you'll see 4 items up there.
Yes.
So you could tell us about those.
Well, right after the parade, we have a family fun event that takes place right after the parade in the Calvada Eye, which is barbecue and family fun games. So please stick around for that, because that's all a lot of fun, because we have not only booths set up for games and stuff for for the whole family, but we also have a watermelon eating contest and our ever popular water balloon fight with the Nye County Sheriff Department.
Oh, sweet.
So please come and stay for both events on the 4th, but we also do Easter in the park the day before Easter, and it's set up similar to it, where we have barbecue, and a lot of organizations come out and have a booth and give out information. And we have PDOP joins us for both of those events, and they come out with their train and their bull. And now we have a bounce house, and we also have cotton candy and snow cones and kettle corn and all kinds of goodies. And then we also have 2 sit-down dinners that we do, one on Thanksgiving Day and one on Christmas Eve. And everything is free to the community because we work off of donations.
All right, it's going to be a great time, we think, in sports. A lot going on with Mikey, groundbreaking for the Ace Stadium, and a very hot Indiana fever come to town. Mikey has that and more.
Time now for your News 25 look at sports, and streaming at KPVM.TV and now on Roku devices. The Las Vegas Aviators lost 5-2 in their final game, Texas, against the Sugarland Space Cowboys. Next up, they welcome the Albuquerque Isotopes on Tuesday. The soon-to-be Las Vegas Athletics held a groundbreaking ceremony Monday morning to celebrate the construction of a new Major League Baseball stadium on the Las Vegas Strip. Owner John Fisher, MLB Commissioner Rob Manfred, and other team representatives spoke at the ceremony for the $1.75 billion ballpark held at the site of the former Tropicana Casino Hotel. Team officials say the A's Stadium will cover about 9 acres on the old Tropicana site, with the rest of the land going to a new casino resort. The Vegas Nighthawks set a new franchise record in points scored in their 82-46 win over the Iowa Barnstormers on Saturday night. Next up for the Nighthawks, they head to Tucson, Arizona to play the Sugar Skulls. Aja Wilson scored 24 points in a battle with cold-shooting Caitlin Clark on Sunday to lead the Aces to an 89-81 victory over the Indiana Fever and stop a 3-game Las Vegas skid. Aces welcome the Connecticut Sun on Wednesday. And that's your look at sports on News 25.
Thank you, Mikey. Weather forecast coming up. You're watching News 25.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500.
Welcome back to News 25. I'm Chris Palermo. Now here is Mikey Ruhan again with a sneak peek at what classic country breakfast viewers will be seeing this weekend.
I'm sitting at home in New York, 10 o'clock at night, and the phone rings. Hello? Hello, my husband just passed away, and I wanted to know if you'd play at his funeral. You were his big inspiration. He was your biggest fan. Anyway, so I said, well, what did your husband do? Oh, he was the voice of Mickey Mouse for 35 years. And I said, wow, that's incredible. Yeah, he was a great guy. Well, what do you do, ma'am? I'm the voice of Minnie. What? Wait a minute. Somebody's trying to trick me here. I mean, how could you? So she explained to me how she could be the voice of Minnie. She'd met 30 years earlier, and Wayne Allwine had to approve the new Minnie he was hiring. And she approved her. And it was really something. And he passed away. I never met him. I'm living in Hollywood. And, then I was living in New York when he died, but I lived for many years in Hollywood. And I wish I would have known that Mickey Mouse was a big fan. Hello, this is John McEwen, inviting you to tune in this Sunday morning to Classic Country Breakfast with Mikey.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
That's the Lerner & Rowe weather cam from the rooftop pool at the Plaza Hotel and Casino on Fremont Street, and we did rebound from that 55 degrees this morning. Just like those gas price numbers, we do have some triple digits in the forecast.
Weather is sponsored by the Nevada Dairy Farmers and the Dairy Council of Nevada, sharing the love of all things dairy. Celebrate the best moments with milk. Milk the moment. And the weather is also brought to you by the Ponderosa Dairy, Nevada's largest dairy, fresh from our farm to your table.
Good evening, Nevada. My name is Rory Rosell, coming to you from the Channel 25 Weather Studios. And taking a look at Nevada right now, up in northern Nevada, Fernley is seeing 79 degrees. Fallon is seeing 81. Carson City is at 77. Tonopah is at 75. Goldfield's at 77. Beatty is 10 degrees higher at 87 degrees. Amargosa and Las Vegas are both sitting at 93. And Death Valley is at 103 today. But here in the beautiful Paradise Pahrump, it's currently 90 degrees. What a beautiful day it is today, with partly cloudy skies. The high today was 91 degrees. The wind was blowing south-southwest at 12 miles per hour. Humidity 10%, and the sun rose this morning at 5:27 and is setting tonight at 8:05 p.m. The humidity raises up to 20%, and the wind continues to blow into the night at southeast at 9 miles per hour. The low is going to be all the way down to 65 degrees. Let's take a look at that 7-day forecast. Tomorrow, on Tuesday, it'll be 93 degrees, 99 on Wednesday, and then back up into the triple digits for the rest of the week. 101 on Thursday, 102 on Friday, 103 on Saturday, and then Sunday and Monday will both be 106 degrees. But make sure to stay hydrated. But we do get to enjoy that little dip in the temperatures. Back to the desk. Here's Chris.
Thank you, Miss Roselle. It's looking like a pretty decent forecast there, and pretty much normal to what we're accustomed to here in the desert. That'll just about do it for all of us here tonight. I'm Chris Palermo, News 25. Make it a great night.